Right then, so back we are in the with the offshoot of the 13th Fleet. Bit of a recap from the last two sessions. We started off our merry band. Were aboard one of the main ships of the 13th Fleet, chasing down a worthy prize, which they did so, and with a board in action, they captured the ship. So impressed with their daring do, the senior officer who was taking command, Sal, promoted them to officers of the new ship to join him on their merry voyages towards gaining plunder. From there, you had a bit of an explore around the ship and set sail to resupply, as the ship's supplies had been depleted somewhat by the Sloppy Betty's crew taking it as plunder. You got together with a navigator aboard the ship, one of the other crew that was brought over, and made way to a nearby island, which was still two days sailing away. On the way, surprisingly, you didn't see much at sea, but you did encounter 2 barrels of rum, which you expertly harvested plucked from the ocean's surface, and are now currently stowed away on ship. As you got nearer to the island chains that were your destination, an unfortunate choice to put a lower crewman as lookout led to you not realising that there was a bounding reef surrounding the anchorage you were aiming for, and at the very last moment you had to take drastic action to secure safe passage through a navigable channel, which you just about did so, making your way into a sheltered bay. There, under the orders of Captain Sal, you made anchor. He gave instructions for you to take 4 of the other crew aboard the small ship's boats and make for shore to resupply the ship with whatever you would need to provide sustenance for the journey going forward. And here we are. We find ourselves on the beach, looking on the silvery white sands of a tropical paradise with lush jungle forests just back from the beach. On the beach itself, you spied that there was various detritus washed up from the sea, and heading into the forest an overgrown trackway, but something that was clearly been a path in the past. And this is where we find ourselves. I will say, before we go any further, because we had 2 days of sailing, you had a long rest partway for the first day. You can have another long rest for the second day for those that need it, if you want to take that.
Yeah, let me check my character real quick. Yeah, I'll take that long rest.
Very good. So, with you, the 4 crewmen that we did a random roll on that were selected were Layla and Finn O'Malley, Jim Sullivan, and Caitlin Paget, who joined you on the beach. Now,
I was gonna say, as I look around, so you said that there's at least a path that looks like it's either like animal or man-made, right? Like it looks, maybe it's not like completely like freshly cut, but you said looks like there's been a path there for some time, right? Like
Yeah,
kind of
something is
weathered in.
something has clearly made an opening in the vegetation, and it's lasted, even though it doesn't seem to have been used in recent time.
Okay. If I give it a like, say, like I approach it, kind of like give it a closer look. Is there any way I can tell if this was like man-made or if this is like like some large animal or something kind of came through here?
Okay, roll me a perception, please.
All right. Oh yeah, it would be a perception, right? There's no like investigation in this. Right.
No, yeah, we all keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Does the streak continue? Much better.
Yes, you look in and you see that while the vegetation started to take back this route, there are actually a mixture of boards and logs set in to the trackway to provide better footing in inclement weather. This is very clearly been something that was constructed by someone.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. With that, I guess I'm gonna like take a quick look and then kind of return to the group, and just kind of inform everybody. Like, it seems like we're not the first to set foot here, but seems a bit weathered in, right? So, might be signs of human life, maybe old caches or something along those lines. A lot of ships like to do stuff like that. So, but it seems we might be alone, as far as I can tell.
I guess we might as well take a look around. Got these stuff that washed up, and we found a bunch of barrels on our way.
Yeah.
We're looking for food, right?
I think general resupply. Seems like our water stores are gonna hold pretty well from finding those 2 barrels, but definitely need some other sustenance to maintain us, I believe.
Just roll a quick intelligence check for me, Trill.
Intelligence?
Is it just intelligence?
There's no intelligence
Let's
here.
see, what would be the? It won't be will. Let's see what we've got. Survival. Roll a survival check for me, please, Trill.
Oh yeah, that's a great one for me. This is a +1, by the way, so expect nothing from this roll. Oh God, this session.
With what you've just said, you're aware that the rum that you've secured is really good for extending the life of your water, but you actually need water to mix it with.
Okay.
So yes, you actually realise after saying it, you probably are going to need to secure some water.
Okay. Yeah.
After Hector has made that remark, Finn and Layla will take a step up to you, Julio. Say, and it's Finn. I'll say, Bosun. If you will share with us your priorities, we will go. We'll go forage the area, hunt and see if we can find a good springs for some good and sustaining water, something palatable that we can take barrels of and back to the ship. Would this meet with your approval?
Yes, exactly my approval. That's exactly the words I would have said as the bosun. You're perfectly knowing what I'm doing. Very good crew members you are. Yeah, why don't you you do that? There's what, 7 of you?
Well, you've just got Layla and Finn at the moment in front of you. Jim and Caitlin are just hanging back and actually heading over to Curio at present, but we'll just deal with Layla and Finn at the moment.
If it's just gonna be the 2 of you, don't stray too far from each other.
Okay. Do you have any specific requirements? Anything that we should focus on?
Well, fruit is usually a good source of water and food and whatever else. So maybe if we can find some of that, not too much since it'll go bad, but and then the spring probably is more important. We can survive without food, but not without water for very long.
Okay.
Fresh water source.
Yeah.
Very well. Right. What we will do to see how well they are going to do. Let me just consult my notes. You can you please roll a persuasion roll? And does anybody want to aid Julio in sort of persuading them what they need to do?
You mean like diplomacy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Well, no, you go ahead. Yeah.
We're both can probably.
I don't think it stacks. I think it's like a 1. Yeah. So.
Successes.
Well, the aid thing, because unfortunately I picked up a video that the rules lawyer did on this, and his solution was very much like what I would have gone with. You can use aid action and roll a similar thing, and it'll give a circumstantial bonus.
Yeah,
So
you have to beat 20.
That's rules as written, but I don't like that. I am going to use the level DC. I think that's a better way of doing it, because otherwise it's sort of like a reverse power curve where at low level it's really hard, at high level it's really easy, whereas if you use level DC it seems to scale quite well. So who's helping Julio?
Willie's pretty good at inspiring people to do things.
Okay, right. Willie then, roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, just give him a...
Go
get it.
23. Let me just see where we needed to be with that. Just trying to find out if you've got a success or a crit success. Yeah, you're not that lucky. But it is a success. Okay.
24 is a critical success, or 25 is a critical success.
Well, I'm sure you could pull it off the book, but I'm not telling.
Okay, +2.
Yeah,
Or
call
no,
it +2. Yeah, call it
No,
+2.
A regular success is a +1.
No, okay, call it +1 then. Go for it, Julio. Okay, 18. Let me just consult my notes. Okay, magic. We'll come back to that one at the later on. So, yes, Willie and Julio, you've sort of together imparted the instructions to Finn and Layla. I'll remember those names eventually. Towards what you think is the priority, and they have gone off searching the woods. Not they don't plan on straying too far from the beach, keeping an eye out for each other. In the meantime, Jim and Katia have approached you, Curio, and I mention come to you and says, would you like us to see if we can source anything for the ship towards possible repair or spare or even improvement?
You can comb the beach. I'm gonna take a look at this structure.
Oh, sorry, the one on the image.
Yeah. Or is that not actually there?
It's just it's literally just a pile of washed up debris that has just formed itself into a weird. I'll tell you what, we'll roll me a. What would this be? Let's see. Roll me a nature check, please. $17. Okay. You go over to this seemingly squarish, cubish collection of timber, and there's quite a lot of washed up debris in it from storms and the like. And what you find is it's sort of like a mangrove in its formation, but it's dead and it's died, and where the roots have had the sand eroded from underneath them has formed a kind of cage which has gathered all this material up. Yeah, it's nothing more than a natural occurrence. But you would like the two other crewmen to comb the beach for you.
Yeah, if they find anything that might be usable, we can take it on.
Okay. If you can also roll me a diplomacy check, because this will help us find out how well they do in the search. 10. Okay. Right. Very good. And with that, Julio, Willie, and Curio have set the crew, the deckhands, about scavenging on the shore, foraging, looking for supplies, seeing what has washed up, and otherwise making themselves busy in the provisioning of the ship. And we come back to the four of you. What would you like to do next? You have the beach, you have the jungle, this is the sea.
Yeah, Julio's pulling out his fishing tackle, which he has.
Pulling out the fishing tackle? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's got a fishing rod and everything, and he's made a little. He's got a little sun hat, and he's definitely getting provisions and not lounging and doing nothing on the beach fishing. Two birds, one stone, really.
So Julio is setting up on the shore and just setting up to fish.
Yes.
Got some lines. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back to the path, kind of look around a bit. I'll kind of turn to the others. I'll scout along this for just a bit and try to keep my head low. See if I come across anything, and if I do, then I'll come back and round the three of you up.
So Hector's gonna make his way along the footpath.
Yeah, just a little bit, like sneaking, really.
Okay.
But trying to keep an open eye on what's going on. See if I run across anything.
Go for it. Roll me a stealth check, please.
Perfect. I'm not trained in stealth at all. Oh, I am trained, but I am not.
That's not bad.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, Hector, you you sort of get yourself into the shadows and moving with care so as not to disturb anybody. You start moving into the jungle. So as things present, Julio has gone down to the water to cast the fishing rod. Hector has moved into the jungle. Willie and Willie. What are you doing at this moment in time?
Willie doesn't want to leave anyone alone to go into the forest alone. That's not a good idea. But he also wants to look along the beach for some coconut trees, sticking out of the edge of the foliage.
Okay, Willie, please roll me a nature check.
Nature. Oh, sorry. That was,
Yes.
that was it.
Hang on. I'm sure I saw one then. What happened then?
It was hidden. I did it by accident.
Right. Okay. So with a 19, you have a look, and there are a variety of palms and other trees, and there are one or two coconut trees, but coconut trees are very tall, and the coconuts are all up there. Maybe if you look further along the beach, you might find some that have fallen off or been dislodged. But yes, you have found several coconut trees that have a heady harvest of coconuts very high up.
Oh, cool. I was just gonna use magic to shoot them down.
Okay. What were you planning? What spell are you planning on using? Needle darts. Go on then. Roll. Can you just roll an attack, just in general, without targeting anything?
Yeah.
Let's see how you do. Yeah, you fire your needle darts and they just sail off through the foliage. Just gone. You try this a few different times. Yeah, you're just not hitting your mark. Unfortunate. Okay, and while Willie's there casting pieces of sharp metal to rain down further inland, Curio, what are you doing at this time?
I guess I'll head into the forest and see what I can find. I'll stay, within the earshot of Hector.
Okay,
Nice.
are you keeping back, or are you also seeking to move in stealthily?
I'm not looking to be particularly stealthy now, but I'll keep my distance from the path.
So you're sort of coming to the mouth of the path where it meets the beach, just sort of like looking into this dark tunnel through the undergrowth. Would that be fair to describe what you're trying to do, or are you actually moving into the jungle?
I thought I'd move actually into the jungle, see what if we can get any firewood or something.
Okay.
It's a better chance of finding dry wood or something we can use as timber in the forest than on the beach.
Okay. So you're actively searching for this while you're following up this footpath.
not following up the footpath by itself, but staying close.
But you are searching for things like firewood and stuff like that. I'm just trying to look at that. Okay, roll me a survival check as well, please.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these rolls. You're looking into the forest, and you are seeing that there is good standing dead wood, which would make some perfect firewood. And you make a note of it, and you can either collect it now or you can collect it later. That's your choice. But yeah, you see plenty of timber that you could take back, and is ideal for fueling the stove on the ship, for cooking meals, for fueling the small forge furnace in the workshop. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Right. Let's go back to Hector. Let's go back to Julio. So, what can we do for Julio? You are fishing.
Yep.
I think probably survival is the best check to see if you catch anything. So roll me a survival check. Let's see if anything's biting. 13. Yeah, it's yeah. You probably need to be a little more patient, and probably your fairly recent journey through the water on the boat, and 8 of you coming to shore, splashing through the surf, it's probably disturbed all the any fish that were close to the shoreline at present. And yeah, there's no bites as things stand. Do you carry on, or are you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Julio's carrying on fishing. So now we'll see how Hector's getting on. Let me
All right.
just check something quickly. I'm just going to roll something. Okay. You move carefully up this track, and you don't have to move too far inland before you see what is effectively a dark green tunnel under the canopy and inside the sort of barriers of vegetation that form the edges of this pathway. You, after some small bends in the tunnel, you see the light start to grow slightly. Roll another perception check for me, please.
Alrighty. Oh.
You get some dust in your eyes.
Yeah, you how to do this? No, we'll. It's not going to be that difficult, this one. As you carry on, you see you see the light growing at the top, and you see the end of the tunnel is opening up, and there's clearly something there, but you just cannot make out what it is at present. You're going to have to be a lot closer to see what's going on. Are you carrying on moving forward?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Continuing. Yeah.
What I will say at this point, you're probably just because there's two people back at the beach and there's only two of you, you effectively split the party. You're probably about 50 to 60 feet, no, maybe more like 100 feet from the beach at this time. So with that in mind, do you want to carry on moving forward?
Yeah, then I guess I'll go back. I'll see that there's something there, and not wanting to take the risk of, like, rushing out. Then, yeah, I think I'll head on back and like inform the others that I've come across something, but it's to be safe. Maybe it should be more than.
And what I will say is, with that fairly mediocre perception roll, you turn and you see, slightly to your surprise, Curio is not many steps behind you. He's without attempting any kind of stealth at all, he's almost snuck up on you. So do you?
I'll keep quiet. Kind of like send a signal, right? Like like with my hands, like telling Curio to be quiet as well, and then kind of like motioning to head back to the beach.
Does Curio follow the signal?
No, I nod slowly.
Is this one of those where Curio thinks Hector's trying to say something else, or does he actually understand?
Kind of like, all right, okay. Let's just head back then.
Okay, so the Hector and Curio head back to the beach. There's no surprises. Get back to the beach. As you leave the undergrowth and this darkened tunnel, the light hits and it sort of momentarily blinding. That change from dark to light. But yes, Julio is unsuccessfully maybe getting a bit frustrated down at the shore.
Oh no, he looks happy. Yeah, I think it's more he's just not trying very hard. We're gonna go with that.
And Willie is just slightly off down the beach, looking up at trees wistfully, and you see movement shooting through the leaves and making them shake slightly. And that is the situation as it presents. What would you like to do?
All right. As soon as we kind of get to the beach, I'm gonna Julio, Willie, kind of bring everybody together really quick, and kind of just explain like what I saw as I was heading down the path, and then the opening at the end, and there's something there, but I felt like I was getting a bit too far from the beach and figured we might as well head in as a group just to be safe.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just pack
fair
up
enough.
here. He starts collapsing his fishing pole and is ready to follow Hector into the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you
just-
all? Sorry. Go on, Willie.
Oh, can I just, I guess, try to hit the coconuts a second time? with
Go-
the cantrip?
Go on. Roll another attack roll.
Very repeatable action.
Better. Yes, much better. Right. Roll damage, and we'll see how many coconuts you dislodge. Okay. Let's say you dislodge 7 coconuts. Roll me a. I think it's a reflex save, isn't it? Yes, roll me a reflex save, please.
Am I that stupid to stand underneath them?
Hey, you've dislodged a load of coconuts. Well done. Yes, you have positioned yourself with skill, and the coconuts fall around you rather than on you, and you can retrieve 7 coconuts. But these aren't the things that the brown things you see. These have got the full green husk on. They're probably the size of a large watermelon.
Throw them on the beach next to all the stuff that has either been brought in or create a new spot for them and follow them into the forest.
Okay, Willie, you drag your plunder over to near to the boat to go with the rest of the supplies that are going to be taken back to the ship after. Very good. So we've got everybody ready to go into the forest now. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Could I have a marching order, please, just down the path? Who's first, second, third, fourth?
I think it's probably gonna be Hector, Julio, and then the other 2.
I'm going last.
Does Hector agree with that?
Yeah, I'd be fine with taking lead.
Well, Hector has to show us where it is.
Yeah.
Go on. Walk ahead. Just.
So, was it Curio at the back?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I've got that. So I've got Hector at the front, Julio, Willie, and Curio. Thank you very much. Yes. So, how are you moving up the footpath? Are you just stamping up there, or are you actually attempting to be a bit careful and subtle in your movements?
Yeah, I think seeing as how I had been pretty stealthy the first time and didn't really seem like at no point in the path did it change and look like, oh, this is extremely fresh, right? It looked basically the same all the way through, right?
Oh yeah.
Then I think Hector would definitely not. I think Hector would pull his weapon, right, just to be safe. Have the blade in one hand. Actually, I think I would have a shield in one hand and the falcata in the other. And I would kind of take lead. But I don't know if Hector would be as stealthy this time around. I think it'd be more like trying to lead them directly where we need to go.
Okay. I'll take it that goes for the rest of the group as well. You're seeing Hector stride forward, weapon at the ready. Are the rest of you showing any signs of caution?
Nah, just following.
I'd follow Hector's lead.
Very
Hector's
good.
not being stealthy. So.
Then
I haven't been here before. I don't know what's going on.
then you move forward as a group, working your way from the bright sunshine of the beach into the dark space below the jungle canopy. You walk up the footway that Hector has been up before, and in terms of you don't need to roll for this. Apart from the odd animal track, which you can't really make out, it's been too disturbed. The only footprints are Hector's and Curio's. As you move up, Hector, to where you were before, you move past, close to this lightning area, and you come out into an opening in the jungle itself, and this is what you see: a fairly run-down shack. Is everybody seeing this?
You got vision turned on.
Yeah, I only see a black.
Oh, you're only seeing black. Right, just bear with me.
Yeah, if you right click the.
Yeah, I've got a light in.
It's either that or hit the drag the tokens on, right? One of those.
I think the easiest way might be just to. There, that's the easiest way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, this is what you see, a rundown over shack with vegetation in, and the pathway that you had seen, the entrance with the boards and the logs just to make the footing a little bit better, is a bit broken up. And Hector, you see this first. How would you like to proceed?
Seeing this, and I think Hector would keep his like weapon and shield in hand, but he would kind of like, where he's like previously walking like with the shield up and with the weapon at the ready, it now kind of like falls by his waist. And as you kind of break out of the jungle path and kind of see it, I'll just kind of turn to the others, and yeah, just be like, yeah, kind of like, well, not as exciting as I thought it might be, but I guess not a bad place to settle down if you were, wanting to make this island your home.
I mean, no one lives in the middle of nowhere. There's probably a settlement nearby. Or an abandoned settlement.
Yeah, maybe. Well, kind of looking around. This shack kind of reads the same way, right? Like old, kind of overgrown, right? Been a while.
Yes,
I'm going by the picture.
Yeah. I mean, the picture is very representative of what you see. It is in a state of disrepair. The roll. Let's see what you can roll. It's a shame when it's always perception, isn't it? But I think that's what we're going to have to stick with. Yeah, roll another perception for me, please, Hector.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's plenty. This structure does appear to be in a certain state of disrepair. The vegetation is starting to claim it back from an area that has been cleared. It doesn't look like the vegetation has been cleared back in any purposeful way, well, at all really, for some time.
Yeah. Maybe they've left some supplies or some sort inside. I'll give it a look. If the rest of you want to kind of check around, maybe there's yeah, maybe there's something buried around here.
Willie's gonna ask, would you care for a light?
Yeah, thank you.
Reaches his hand out to, I guess, your sword? What do you
Yeah,
use?
yeah. I have a falcata. It's basically a sword. Yeah.
Touches it and casts the light cantrip to make it glow.
Nice. Yeah, so I kind of holding the weapon up now, almost like a torch, really, right? I'll kind of hold it out in front of me and head inside the shack.
Okay, so Hector, you have moved forward of the other three that are still pretty much on the pathway that you came up on. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. Right. Okay, let's move to this then. And activate that.
Oh,
So
nice.
you'll see my little map. So Hector, you have moved forward, and with that, please roll initiative for me. Oh, I've got Curio twice. Curio, did you get have another go at a long rest on when I mentioned at the start?
I've not done it in the in Foundry, no.
Right, because we had one last session well after the first day of sailing, and you would have had another one at the beginning of this session from the second day of sailing, if you want. Just for recovering hit points, that's all.
Yeah.
So you're happy with where your hit points are?
No, I would have taken the long rest.
Well, I mean, you can still do it. You just click on your character and apply the long rest now, and we'll make it work.
Where to rest for the night?
Yeah, rest for the night.
There we go.
There you go, magic. Okay, so just wait.
Couldn't find it.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the jungle canopy. I just wanted you to see that there is you are under a tree canopy. There is a roof on the hut. Let me just pull away that canopy just to make it a little bit easier. And
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we've got a better idea of what's going on now. I've got second Curio down there. That's the problem. Oh no! Deleted everybody. There we go. That's better. Why is it? Have I lost the entire encounter there?
Yeah.
Damn it. Right, okay. Have to roll again for me. Sorry about that. Unless you remember your numbers.
Tokens were deleted.
I believe mine was 10. I think I was the only one who rolled though.
Do you like us all to roll?
Yes, please. Go on, Trill. I'll just let you roll again, Trill.
Appreciate it. Wasn't my best roll. Oh. Damn, dude, the natural 20 is still not enough to take my score down. That's crazy.
Oh, perfect. Right, so with this, let's get this going. Hector, you relax somewhat, but you've got your glowing sword. You step towards the door, where you see the door of the cabin breaking into the clearing, and you disturb some of the local wildlife. And from the vegetation undergrowth that is claiming about the cabin, a large snake appears that has been basking on the roof of this cabin, for what little sunlight it can find, and it is going to make a move towards you, towards filling up for breakfast.
Yeah. Better strangle this.
One more. It gets that far, so that's its first action. It is going to move down the roof, from the roof to the ground, which is 10 feet. So that's 15 and 5, and that's its full movement. And it is going to strike at you.
Alright. Let's go.
Oh, critical. Critical hit. Nice one. Okay.
Very nice. Ugh.
Yeah. There you go. So, and yeah, it's with a surprising speed of movement for something without any legs. It moves sinuously over the rooftop and down a supporting pole, moving across the ground, and strikes at your leg, biting at the knee, and you recoil in pain and just sort of stagger back slightly with the snake in front of you, and that is its turn. Hector, you are up.
Well, it's right in front of me, so I
It
think
is.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm going to. First, I'm going to. It's already have my shield and my thing drawn. So. Yeah. First action is going to be exacting strike. Essentially, I make a strike towards the creature, and if it doesn't hit, then it doesn't count against my.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't count towards your map.
Yeah. Thank God. So, strike with that one, miss, and then so that's one action. My second action will be to strike again. What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
dear.
I'm just gonna... There we go. All right. Yeah. So I'll just try to take quick strikes headed, and yeah. So I just will.
And so, despite
All miss.
having your weapon ready, its speed and you're surprised, and you're taking wild slashes at it, and it's just able to react too quickly and move out of the way. On the final swing, you think you've got it dead to rights, and it just jinks back a little bit, and your blade sails almost there, but not quite, under its chin, missing its body by millimeters. Yes, and we move on to Curio.
All right. What was my exact speed? 25. I'm gonna move up 25 feet. And that should put me, yeah. So I'll activate my kinetic aura, and as part of the same action, I will cast a one-action elemental blast targeting the Viper.
So this is where we test out my fix.
Attack. Oof.
Another.
Yeah.
Dude, these rolls
Strikes again.
are killing us.
Sorry, guys.
I guess that's my last action. I will simply try another time. So. Oof. One better.
Not so bad with the map 9. So yes, Curio, you stride forward, and your elemental blast is wood, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So you stride forward, and with your elemental blast, you're taking advantage of some of the dead, fallen branches and your twigs to whirl up a bit of a shrapnel storm, which you send towards this snake. Unfortunately, the material that you have summoned this from is already quite badly decomposed, and it just bounces harmlessly off the creature's scales. Thank you for that, and then we will move on to Julio.
Yeah, Julio moves forward and then attempts to tumble through this lovely snake here.
Mm, 13. What is the DC that we're doing this against?
It's
Like save.
yeah, it's a reflex. So it's well, the DC. How you do the DC is just 10 plus whatever the reflex bonus is. So that'll be the DC.
Right. So yeah, that's a fail one.
Oh, I hang in there. But I do trigger reactions if there are any.
Let's see. Oh, there is one, but I don't think we're. Yes, it can't use that at the present. Okay, yes, you're clear at present.
Perfect. Well, I'll just draw my rapier then, and we're done.
Well, thank you very much, Julio. Yes.
Technically, I would have done it first, but whatever. Same thing.
Yes, you run up to the snake, attempt to roll, and sort of like bounce off the snake, and then get up and pull your sword out. We move on to Willie. What are we doing, Willie?
Willie's gonna try to do a lingering composition with his fire courage. And roll a performance check. Is a failure. So it's only one round of Inspire Courage. You want to drag that onto yourselves? Yeah, tell you all to do better. This is sad.
Can you guys drag that on yourself, or do you need me to do it for you?
I got it.
Delete it off of my fucking hotbar.
Then he's gonna try to shoot at the snake, because that's worked for everyone else.
How many rounds was it again, sorry?
It's just
It's
one.
only one round this time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I failed though.
That's a hit. Very good. Right. Apply the damage. There we go. See, we're getting the damage on the right things this time as well.
Just do better, guys. That's all he can really do.
Okay, that's
Some good music.
that's all. So, yes, Willie, you strike up a tune, and it's with the surprise of this sudden appearance. It's not your best work, but it raises the spirits of your companions a little, and then you send forth some darts of metal into the stake, and they found their home. They found their target. Your practice earlier on the coconuts has apparently done you good stead, and yes, the snake has several needles stuck in its flesh, with some rivulets of blood appearing there. And we move forward, and now the noise.
Better than hitting Julio. Sorry.
Have I damaged Julio? No.
No, just line of where I'm shooting. It's very
well
around him.
The noise of this sudden confrontation has roused another snake, and it is moving through the undergrowth behind, seeing a number of victims together near its competitor. It is going to stay away, but it will look to move up to you, Curio, as you seem to be on its own. But it has moved up, and that is its actions. It has just moved and got to you. And that's its turn. We go back to the original Viper. While it had originally bitten Hector and drawn some blood, your sudden arrival, Julio, has startled it into action against yourself. It is going to make... Oh, hang on. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. This is going to make a melee attack against you. Ooh, just. Let's roll the damage. And apply. Excellent. It is going to take a second strike at you, Julio. Not as much. And then it is going to curl itself into a coil after having two successful hits. So yes, it is just with again this surprising speed of movement that caught Hector off guard earlier. It strikes and it strikes again, sort of like a piston movement. Its head coming in, diving, and bites, and it bites, and that's its turn. Hector, you are up.
All right. So, yeah, seeing it, I think I'm gonna go for it again. So I'm gonna make an exacting strike with the first one. If this misses, it won't count towards the multi-attack penalty. Nice. So yeah, strike at it at once. Jeez. Do a simple 7 points.
Apply that.
Damage. And then... yeah, I guess I'll take a... Yeah, I'll just take a second strike. See what I can do. Second one, a miss. And then, so my final action is going to be to... what the fuck is it? It's going to raise my shield, so, finally. Pull that over, and yeah, I'm going to raise the shield. My final action.
Okay.
So, that's it.
So, while the snake is striking at Julio, you see an opening, and you strike, and you catch a glancing blow across the side of its body. As you go to make the most of the swing by coming back, it has recognised the danger, and it shrinks back into its coil, ducking below the return blow, and then you stand there. You bring your shield up with a defensive posture behind it. And we are on to Curio, who has now found a friend.
Yes. So I want to use my hardwood armor. How do I?
Right, okay.
So as a single action, I grow wood armor over myself with these stats, and a shield in my hand.
Okay, right. You make a note of this, and then with any attacks, we'll just manually input it. So we'll work out what the your AC bonus has gone up by 3. So I'll put a circumstantial bonus of -3 on the on any attack rolls, and we'll work out if we need any of the other bits. But yes, you've got a speed penalty there as well, remember. But yeah. Okay.
And okay, need to target this guy. I'll use my elemental blast again. The 2-action one. Oh, come on.
You tagged in the one that's in front of Hector and Julio, or the one that's in front of you.
No, the one that's in front of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Miss. So that's all 3 of your actions.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
So as you see this creature emerge from the undergrowth, you recognise the danger, and yes, you apply this this effect which turns your clothing into a hard, stiff wood material to bolster your defences. Unfortunately, as you go to conjure your element, it's again the material of choice just doesn't seem to have the strength in it to cause any harm to the creature. And we move on to Julio.
Another attempt at tumble through.
Okay.
Okay, that's still Jesus. Okay, their reflexes are just fucked, I guess. Alright. I'm not gaining panache at all during this entire encounter then. So I'll make a regular strike against it.
There you go.
And then, I'm gonna do battle medicine on myself. Hope I don't fuck it up.
The Pathfinder mantra when it comes to
Of
healing.
course. It's
Oh
great,
dear.
good, okay.
Is that but is a failure is just nothing happens. It's not like the critical failure, is it?
Yeah, failure, nothing happens.
Yeah. So it could have been worse. Okay, so yes, not learning from your previous experience of being of the speed of the creature, you attempt to deftly maneuver through its coils, again failing as it shifts to block your route, but you do take a swing at it and open up a small wound on the Latin across multiple coils, causing it to bleed more, and it's got a number of wounds at this point. It's starting to look a bit rough. Yeah. And there it is. Willie. What is Willie doing?
All right. Well, Willie is gonna try to stay away from this one as much as possible. Actually, still need to do the Inspire Courage for everyone. So, knowing they didn't perform too well the last time, I'm gonna try again, but do a little bit better. A performance check for that. Should be 3 rounds of Inspire Courage for everyone.
Were those attacks, was that +1 being applied? Oh yeah, I'm just looking. Julio got the +1. Yeah, just making sure that I don't really trust Foundry that much to get all the modifiers at times.
It works a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to target the one closest to me, because shooting through people is always a little bit more iffy.
Yeah, go for it.
Kind of needle darts to maybe do more this time.
Oh, very good. That's applied to the right one. Yeah, you with a clear line of sight, you take from your pocket some metal shavings or bits and propel them directly, and your aim is true, and you hit it squarely, stitching lines of these darts across its raised straight body as it's waving around in front of Curio, looking for a place to strike. That was a good one. So you've got one action
What
left.
if I flavor it a little bit differently?
Oh, go on.
I have an instrument, and the strings shoot out at it.
Right. Okay. So it's like wires from your instrument.
It pulls the metal from anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that for going forward.
That sounds good.
So you've done the Inspire Courage. You've done the Needle Darts. You've got one action left, haven't you?
Nope. Needle darts is 2, and Inspire Courage is
Oh,
1.
okay. Oh, okay. Very good. Right. Magic. Right.
Magic.
So we're on to the Viper that is in front of Curio. While your attack on it has got its attention, it's looking at the meal in front, and it is going to take a strike at Curio to see if he can bite and drag Curio away. But let's take the strike first. Make sure I've got the right one. That's hit by 3, but we've up, so just about hits, because that it hit by +3, and your AC has gone up by 3, hasn't it?
So overall, my AC goes up by 1. Because
I thought the hard. Oh right, because you already had
it's
+2.
the AC bonus of this armor, which replaces the armor that I'm currently wearing. So overall, I only get a +1 to AC.
Okay, so you would have a 17 AC. Okay, fair enough. So that hits. Very good. Okay, let's make sure I've got you targeted. Roll the damage. Ooh, fortunate for you.
Nice.
It is Yeah, it's going to take another strike. And it is going to miss. And then it too is going to call down into a coil. Evidently this is something, this is how these creatures hunt. But yeah, it's taken a bite out of your curio with a very sudden, that sort of punching, biting movement. Pull back on its second attempt. Your hardwood armour has got the better of it, and it is sort of retreated into a coil, potentially for a more powerful strike. We go back to our first snake, and I'm going to do this one as a, I'm going to roll a d4. Evens, it's going to go for Julio. Odds, it's going to go for Hector. I love Julio. So, with that slice across its coils before, this is going to attack again. Wow. It hits. That's, you're quite fortunate with the damage roll.
Very lucky.
Let me just check this out. Okay, yeah, it's going to take another. Oh, and that one misses. Yep, you needed that. And it is going to again pull back into a coil. So, with your hit earlier, it's obviously looking at, in an very animalistic way, you know, taking retribution, attacking its attacker. It bites, it pulls back, it goes again. This time you are quicker than it, and its strike goes wide, and it pulls back into a more defensive posture. Hector, you are up.
All right. So, yeah, I think same actions. I think I'm gonna exacting strike. The first one. See if that gets me. It does hit. Nice. So. Nice, dude. Needed it. We needed it.
You did. Just a question: is an attack a manipulate action?
No, it'll tell you what it is.
Yes.
Weirdly, I don't think it
It's a
is.
strike,
Right.
and a strike's not
Okay,
a good action.
no, that's fine. That's fine because it does matter. But that's it's good for you that it isn't. But that's fine. I will apply that, and you strike. Well, I mean, how do you do this? That's enough. How does Hector dispatch this this reptile?
I think it when it curls up, I think when I'm going to strike, I imagine that it's, you know, like you said, coil, like maybe I'm assuming it's like coiling and then trying to strike out at me, and as it does so, I'll just kind of sidestep and then just, you know, split it in half, like, you know, the length of the body, right?
Right. Okay. So as it sticks its neck out, you as it's overextended itself, you swing and you effectively bisect its body, and it falls in two halves, one still in a coil, the other outstretched, sort of landing log-like in front of Julio. Very good. So that's one action.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I do not see the other snake on this map at all.
I
Really?
do.
Yeah.
Let me.
It's over here.
I'm just not trying to.
It's to the bottom right of me.
Yeah, based on descriptions, I know it's like roughly
Yeah.
in this area, but for whatever reason on my map I just do not see it. I only see the one that was in front of me.
Weird. Let me just.
Refresh.
There, I can see it now.
Well, I just faded it out and faded it back in. Magic. Great stuff. Right. So yes, there we are. One snake is down.
Okay. I think I'm gonna turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just drop my falcata. I'm gonna use one action to draw the spear that I took from one of the others. And then I think I'm just gonna. Fuck, man. Do I want to? Jesus. Oh, let me do that. I'll drop that. And I want to. I don't know if I should move and try to flank this so it's good for everybody next, or if I should throw and try to damage it.
That's fine. But that's me. I have no strategy whatsoever.
Yeah. How badly
I'm
hurt
at
are
no
you
real
currently?
risk of damage, so don't
All right.
worry.
All right. Then I'll I'll throw the spear. And it's obviously it's with the lower amount, so we'll see if it hits. But I'll just do what I can from a distance.
Ooh, nice one.
Nice.
Great stuff. Let's apply that. Right. I'll tell you this. It's looking a bit rough.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So I bisect the one, drop the weapon, just pull out the spear, and like finally for the first time, Hector is looking competent as he just throws this spear and just right on target. Right.
I'm going to have to
Alright,
quote
that's
that.
my turn.
Finally, for the first time, Hector is looking competent. That is the go-to line from this
Exactly.
session.
There we go. So that's my turn.
Yes, because you've drawn your spear, haven't you? So that was the action.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on. Curio, you have Hector has put the spear through the spear is actually sticking through the snake, but it's still up. It's looking rough, but it's still there in front of you, and it's looking at you.
I will try again with a 2-action impulse. Hey, finally.
Finally. So damage is in the spell above. Excellent.
So
Let's apply that.
this
And
7 plus my strength plus constitution, actually.
Yeah.
So
it's enough. But we'll remember that.
so
Yeah,
that's
remember that.
14.
So how do you envision your elemental blast bringing this creature to an end?
I just conjure up a small log right on top of it. It just falls straight on its back.
Right, very good. So off to the side in the undergrowth, you spy a decent size fallen tree trunk that is moulded in some way, and you, with your talent, you pull it towards you and have it brought up above the snake and drop and crush it like a deadfall trap. And yes, the the snake is crushed to death beneath and ceases moving. And with that, this combat is at an end. Well done. I got a bit worried there for a minute.
Who would have thought 2 snakes could give us so much trouble?
Well, it's their territory what you've gone into. So there you stand, Julio and Hector. You've got one dead snake next to you. Curio, you've got yours. You've got the hut is there. Yeah, what would you like to do next?
I'm heading back.
I beg your pardon, Julio?
Julio's like, well, time to head back. This is fun.
We got this whole building to look through.
Alright, I'll wait here. And hide in these bushes.
The bushes that the snake came from.
The bushes were the.
I thought they came from the house.
No one did.
Well, I guess one of them came from the bushes. But you better watch me then, because I'm fucking bleeding everywhere.
Patch yourself up.
I can't.
So what are we doing, guys? Any volunteers?
Willie's gonna walk up to Hector and say, stand next to me next time, and, well, maybe we can deal with them a little bit quicker. Leave it at
Yeah, maybe.
open-ended.
Yeah, Hector's gonna kind of lean back and kind of just sit on the edge of this, just like taking a deep breath, like, oh fuck, man.
Julio can patch Hector up.
Are you? So is Julio going to do a medicine check?
Yep.
This is always fun.
There. Well,
Thank
Hector.
God.
Was your sword glowing this whole time as well?
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been, right?
Yeah.
Just with the light. Yeah.
You should
Holy
pick it
sword.
back up.
Yeah, I picked it back up. Yeah. Oh man. Wow.
I don't know if I make things holy.
Need a breather after that one. Kind of looking around. Anybody want to check out this cabin really
Yes.
quick? Just take a look
Check it
inside.
out.
If there's anything going on, maybe we can.
Yeah,
Back
Hector
away.
and I are fucked. I know this with my medical expertise.
Yeah, Hector's not looking the best.
You lend me the light sword.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really how that works. And I'll kind of walk over to you and what are you holding that I can cast light on?
I have a whole array of tools, so anything. I just
Anything
pick-
that's in your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Touch
Okay.
that. Make it glow.
I
There's
take
much of-
one of my tools then. We can.
For as much of
Uh.
elemental stuff as you seem to do.
Yeah, but this will
Just-
conjuring. I don't actually have any weapons on me.
Well. I don't know. I don't know what to put on you then.
Curio's probably got a hammer in a tool belt or something like that,
Yeah.
with him being a carpenter.
Yeah.
I just put one of my tools.
Well, let that go. There's nothing mechanical there. So what I will say, guys, is you are close enough to see this. In this location, there is a window which is sort of like a shuttered, boarded up opening, and here is the door into the cabin. Is anybody going for a look?
Yes.
Um,
I'll
yeah.
peer through the window with my shining tool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my weapons in
There's
hand,
good.
but I'm staying back for a reason, just because I'm I'm bloodied, like I'm halfway to death
He
or
only has 2 hit
unconsciousness.
points.
Fair enough.
Jesus.
Okay. So who's taking a look through the window? Is it Curio
Me.
and Willie? Both of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was peeking over his shoulder.
Okay.
I just like I'm looking out around here, pretending to kind of look around. You know.
Secure perimeter.
Yeah, Curio, roll me a perception. Willie, roll me a perception with a -2 modifier because you're trying to peek around Curio while you do it. Oh, so -2 circumstance.
Alright,
Very good. Right, let's drop
there we go.
this. So, through the window, Curio, you look through the window and you see the insides of the cabin, and you can see it's not been occupied in some time. It's got furniture and the floors degraded somewhat through probably water entering through the roof that's not been maintained. But with carpentry as your craft, you are a little distressed over the state that the little bit of furniture there is allowed to become, which is distracting you from the contents. Willie, you're not interested in that. You see much more clearly. There is a skeleton on the floor in this cabin. There is detritus everywhere. There is a broken bed with a blanket next to it, and a couple of barrels. One that appears whole, one that has been damaged, and there are various piles of materials that are somewhat covered in dust, and again the vegetation is making its entry into this shack.
Well, seems like someone died in there. He should. Well, he won't need whatever he has in there.
Alright. Safe to enter?
No excuse for shoddy craftsmanship.
No excuse for shoddy craftsmanship.
So
Well, if it's safe to enter, then I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and
I'll follow you.
alright. Go ahead and staying pushed back. I'll look inside, give a quick peek, and then make the way in. So now that we're in here and we have light, we should still have light, right? So like this whole room is kind of lit up.
You've if everybody's in there, the light from Curio's hammer, and there is light. Now you've opened the door. There are some holes in the roof and on the walls that put enough light in it that it's a moderately well lit room at this point.
Any of this looks salvageable, or anything we can take along?
Roll me a. Are you just having a general look, or are you doing a sort of deep search to rummaging through stuff? Just get an idea of how much effort you're putting into this.
Yeah, I think Hector will definitely start like moving some things around, trying to see if there's anything in here that's been kind of hidden away or stashed away.
Okay, roll me a perception check, please.
All right.
Oh. Oh dear. Okay, so yes, you're looking around. You check out the barrel that's broken, and it's empty. The barrel that isn't broken is also empty. There's nothing really of use there apart from the fact it's an empty barrel. The sheet is mouldering. There's some rope over to one side, but it isn't of any consequence. It's not particularly in good condition. It looks like it's just been salvaged from the beach. The skeleton has a few rags of clothing left, which are in no way serviceable. Yeah, unfortunate. Does anybody else want to take a look around?
Yeah, I mean, I think all
Hector
of
would
us
just
do.
be like, looks like a waste, kind of writing it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Another check. Just it makes the DC a little bit harder. Go on, Willie. Let's have a big roll on this.
Don't find nothing.
Yeah, you looking around and just sort of prodding things with your boot. Yeah, much the same as Hector. You find nothing here of particularly worth or value.
Yep. Guess there's nothing here.
Yeah, it must have been, some individuals, must have been their hideaway or some sort. Nothing too important, or maybe somebody's gotten here before us to clean it out. And Hector would definitely just kind of step on out. Kind of roughly start towards the path that we followed in.
Okay. Is everybody else following Hector, or has anybody else got any business here?
No, I think we're good to go. Let's head back and see if we can meet up with our crew and...
Maybe they found maybe they've had better luck in finding something worthwhile.
Okay, Curio, are you okay with that? Or is there anything you would like to do? Okay, so then in that case, you all head back to the beach. No dramas in that. Let me just find the right image. Why can I not see it? Where is it? Just bear with me. Oh, there we go. So we come back to the beach. You get back to the beach and Finn and Layla are nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. You can search for them if you want, but they are nowhere to be seen currently. Jim and Caitlin have been picking through the detritus of the beach. They have. You can go and inspect what they found. Is anybody interested?
Yep. Willie, I guess, wants to keep a good inventory of what we found.
Okay, so.
I think Hector will kind of start lazily walking down the beach, kind of not yelling, but keep an eye out for the others that have yet to return.
Julio's just gonna get back to fishing.
Okay, so Willie, you're going to go up to have a look at the pile of stuff that Caitlin and Jim have found. Could you roll me just a straight D20, please? Okay, that isn't terrible. Let's see what we have found. So the two deckhands have done the best with the instructions that they received from Curio before he went into the jungle. He wasn't particularly instructive in his description of the things that he was looking at, so they've done their best with the information that they provided, that they were given, and they have located in the surf zone. They've located 200 feet of usable rope and sufficient good quality timber to effect 4 hull repairs for repairing the ship in the future, in the event that the ship is hulled through either battle or accidental damage, say from coming into contact with a reef that you didn't see until the last minute. Okay. And
Point
they
that
have
out to Curio because that is his expertise.
I'll inspect. Give it my blessing.
very good. And so with happy that you are satisfied, they begin to load the findings onto the small boats to start ferrying it across to your ship. In the meantime, you are on the beach and you have 2 deckhands missing.
Yeah, I think after. Oh, go ahead.
Do the 2 have? Do they remember which way the other 2 went?
Roll. Let's see. What would it be? Roll a. I'll tell you what. Just roll me a flat d20 and I'll use that because there's not particularly skill for remembering something that happened a little bit ago. 7. You saw them head slightly down the beach, looking for. They were looking at the tree line, but you had already passed into the sort of like jungle tunnel before they really broke away from the beach. So you're not entirely sure, but they were walking roughly down the beach.
Okay.
From where we're on the beach, can we see the ship, by the way?
Yes. You. It's just a nice open bay. You can see the ship is anchored in the calm, sheltered water in the bay, in sufficient water that it's not in any danger of doing any damage to the hull or anything like that.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess seeing the ship, kind of because Julio was the one who gave the order to these 2 deckhands, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Hector kind of walking down, not seeing much, just kind of turn back and approach Julio. Hey, did you by chance see where your deckhands went off to?
No, they said they weren't going too far into the tree line or anything like that. They were hoping to find some water though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it hasn't been that long.
They all can stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not been that long. You took a walk up the into the forest, probably maybe 15 minutes, just picking over the slope, and then you've had maybe 20 minutes searching the cabin. Yeah, probably more like an hour having a good look around. So all in all, it's probably been about 2 hours or so since you left them on the beach.
Well, I guess I'll give it another hour maybe, and then if they don't show up, maybe we can set off to look for them. Meantime, do you mind? And Hector's going to kind of show the wounds that the Viper gave to him. Is there any way I can call upon your medical expertise?
Yeah, it's been an hour, right?
Yeah, we'll say it's been an hour.
Okay. Then yes, I can do another treat wounds attempt. On both of us, actually.
Oof.
Alright.
Oh no!
Wait.
Who are you talking? Damage roll,
Uh-huh.
3 wounds.
That'll be
I
me.
did Hector first.
Yeah,
Because that would kill me.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
probably don't.
that's fine. That's fine.
You try, yeah, someone tries to like pull out like one of the Viper's fangs that it got embedded, and it just makes the whole thing worse.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like I would say not to pull a knife from a wound because like as you do that, just pull the fang out, and then the blood starts trickling down your arm.
And I'll do myself as well, which I'm doing great.
Very great.
Yeah, fitting.
But I'm patching myself up to perfectly fine.
That's it. Practice on a willing victim. Very good.
Yeah. I learn from my mistakes and don't do the same thing.
So Willie, while Julio is Julio is practicing medicine, harming and healing alike, you don't need to roll for to see if there's any more coconut trees. You found them. You're aiming at one particular tree before, but there are several that you've spotted. If you've got an interest in more coconuts, you can take a shot if you'd like.
Yeah. Really would love to bring more stuff back. Need more pina coladas.
We can't play the song. It's copyright. So go on. Let's see how many you get this time.
What do you want me to roll?
It's just roll an attack with the spell. And we'll use the damage roll to find out how many coconuts you dislodge. Yeah, that'll hit. So another you free another 6 coconuts, and I'll say that having them land previously, you're around you're a little bit more cautious this time, and you'll make sure that you are not below where they may fall. So we don't have to take any reflex saves. But yes, you've acquired 6 more coconuts. You're free to note that down for your ship supply. Curio, while Julio is helping himself and torturing Hector, and Willie is retrieving, liberating coconuts from the tree, is there anything that you're looking to do?
I'll just hope the deckhands load the timber onto the rowboat.
Yeah, okay. You've assisted them. What we'll say is you've thinking on what Hector said about earlier about waiting a little while for the guys to turn back up. Roll for me a society check, because you've been around sailors a lot. You're with the business that you used to operate under. You've been on the pirate ship. Just roll a society check for me, please. Yeah, that'll do. So with being in a position where you need materials for your craft once you've been on the ship, and you know that foraging tends to take a little while supplying this way. It's always quicker if you can get into a friendly port, but when you're supplying a ship in this manner, it could be an all-day activity. So the two that are currently off unseen at present are not necessarily in danger, but they may be occupied for most of the day.
Okay.
And with that in mind, if you wish, you can do something else. You could take a rest. You've probably got sufficient time if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to run through collectively the hours in terms of just doing medicine checks to get the hit points up, you can do that. But what I'm saying is we've got effectively an 8-hour time period here where we've got downtime while these other two crew members are foraging before it gets suspicious.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the? I was gonna ask, like, what is the? I guess what is the sense of the like expectation for exploring this place for supplies? Like, is it the assumption that it may even be that we stay the night on the beach, like continuing to forage for supplies while the ship stays anchored, or is the expectation like, oh, go over for 4 or 5 hours and then come back?
Oh no,
So if it's going to be like
the expect, and this is what I've just described for Curio. The expectation would be this is kind of like an all-day activity. Getting water. You've only put 2 crewmen on this. Getting water, hunting game to get some meat that can be dried, gathering fruits, gathering any root vegetables, things like that can be preserved and barreled. It's an all-day task. You're looking to get sufficiently where you don't have to do this again for a number of weeks. So, and that's
okay.
These guys have done this before. They know the sort of volume of stuff that they're looking at gathering, and you can see there's already starting to be. They have been in the hour. They have been back. You can see there are some foodstuffs being gathered on the pile, in the vicinity, which they are building up. So you may see them at some point, but they are not finished.
Okay, all right. Well then, yeah, I guess with that tempered, Hector will be like, all right, well, I'm gonna need to take a breather. Those snakes got to me pretty good, and I think Hector would just kind of find a place in the shade, and just enjoy the beach and the beautiful waters. And I guess, like, on occasion, maybe ask, like, Julio to take a look at the wounds, see if there's anything. Because the last time, I made it a little bit. Kind of roughed him up a bit, So.
Yeah, Julio will give. I mean, we've got we'll say another hour passed, and I'll run another check.
What I'll say is we've probably got about, if you want, four runs at this in this period of time. Give you a chance to build back up. It's the end of the day.
And I because I screwed up, because it was, if I succeed at my check, I can continue treating the target to grant additional healing. If I treat them for a total of an hour, I can double the hit points. So I could have done that to myself.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that as well.
And while Julio is ministering to Hector and himself, Willie has been
Oh.
Alright, there you go.
has been shooting at
50
coconuts.
hit points.
Curio, roll a perception check for me, please. Damn.
Sand in my eyes.
Yeah, you're looking around. It's the light. The sand has got such a high silica content. There are a lot of reflective bits in it, and it just keeps catching you. You're constantly blinking and sort of like squinting your eyes, and yeah, you're not seeing much beyond the superficial of what's there. It's a beach. It's got some driftwood on it, and it's got a jungle on the inside. Okay, right. So we'll say it's been about 4 hours at this point. Is Willie? Have you done anything else? Have you just been shooting at coconuts the whole time? Willie? I think he must be away from his machine at present. So we'll leave Willie be. 4 hours has passed, and you see Finn and Leela. Is it Leela? I've got to check my notes now. I can't even read my own writing. How bad is that? Yes, Layla. Sorry, Finn and Layla step out of the undergrowth further along the beach and are coming back, and they've got a variety of things. They've got some sacks that are full of something. Finn has got a couple of small deer-like animals over his shoulders, and they are on the way back. They've got that's everything they've got at present, and they see you and give a wave and head on over. Finn comes over to you, Julio, and says, we're doing well with the foodstuffs. We found a bit of a spring. We're going to get some empty barrels and go and fill it with water. We'll need a few more. We'll need a few more hours just to finish topping off the supplies from what we can find. But we've seen something that you might find of interest towards the end of the beach around the headland. It's definitely not natural. It's there may be something worth investigating. It appears to be a mast, but we didn't want to deviate from our instruction. We thought it best to report.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll pass it along and see if anybody else wants to look at it, or if we want to just get on our way. And then Julio will do exactly that and relay that information to Hector. And depending on what Hector says, then we'll go tell Curio. So he goes up to Hector and lets him know, they said they saw something weird.
Weird how?
Ship's mast or something like that. But it didn't seem normal.
Might be worth investigating. Hector's gonna kind of get up from the sand. He's kind of laying down, right? Kind of like brush himself off. Did a great job on those wounds, Julio.
Yeah, I'm glad we're both good now.
You're trained in medicine?
A little bit.
Seems you have quite the aptitude for it, right?
Maybe
Thank you.
I'll focus on it a bit more.
Hector will just kind of pat Julia on the shoulder. Well, I'm game to give it a look.
All right, let's gather a couple others. I think Willie's get his nuts down. But, probably finished that.
Willie is getting his nuts off. Yes, well done.
I only do that for so many hours.
Yeah, right.
Willie, nice coconut
Yes?
collection.
Got a few. And for drinks for later.
Yeah, they should keep well, I think.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay, I was gonna drink them tonight.
You're gonna drink all these coconuts in one evening?
We have an entire crew.
Oh, everybody! I thought you meant just you, and I was getting concerned. Well, great work. We're gonna go look at something weird. Wanna come?
Yeah.
There.
I'll follow them along.
Then we gotta find our carpenter. What was Curio up to?
I'm pretty sure you'll find Curio just squinting in the sunlight somewhere. He wasn't doing very well with the sunlight.
No.
All right there.
Yeah, could be bear. Don't like sand. It's coarse and gets everywhere.
But you like wood.
Yes.
Willie likes nuts, so you can get along. We're going up the beach a ways. Doing some dangerous investigating.
Sounds dangerous. Let's go.
Perfect. And with the four of us are gonna head up to the beach.
Very good.
So where are we looking for?
Well, the four of you.
Mast.
I was going to say the four of you head down the beach in the way Finn directed, actually following the tracks of both Finn and Layla as they've headed back down to the point where they entered the forest to continue their activities. You walk down the beach a ways and you're approaching the headland at the end. Can you all roll a perception for me, please? Okay. That's okay. So, Julio and Curio, you're walking along and you're walking down the beach and you see the headland, but you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary for a tree canopy. All you're seeing is the tree canopy, the beach, the sea. There's birds. You're not making anything out. Hector, you too. You're suspicious based on what you've been told, but you're not really making anything out beyond the superficial of the beach. It's very similar to where you've just been. Willie, whether it's because you've been focusing so much on these coconuts and you've spent a bit of time looking into the tree canopy with that activity, you do notice that on the other side of the trees on this headland there is an upright timber which is bare and bark free. While it's not in the best condition, it is definitely not natural standing timber.
I'm gonna point it out to the one that knows about wood. Curio, doesn't that tree look weird to you?
Does that look weird to me?
Well, Curio, now you have now you've had it pointed out to you. Yeah, it's this looks like something that's very familiar to you. This does appear to be the top. Well, this does appear to be a rounded, cleaned off timber that has been worked. Because you can see, you can't make out massive amounts of details because of the distance, but you can see that there is no bark there, and there's no peeling bark or anything like that. Although the top does look a little ragged, it is definitely not natural standing timber. That's what you're getting from it.
What do you think would do that to a Curio?
People usually.
There's more people around.
Or maybe it's the same guy we crossed paths with. Let's
Dead guy?
It could be. He built a house by himself, so I guess let's press on.
So you're all carrying on. So you've come to the end of the beach and you reach the headland. It's the sand stops where the rock starts around the headland, where the waves are not letting the sand deposit. It's not a particularly tall headland. It doesn't take a great deal of effort to go over that. But you do you make your way up onto the rise of the headland so you can see what's on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all in agreement with this?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, very
100%.
good. As you step onto the other side of the headland, you're actually on the other side of this image, but you are presented with this. Oh, it's doing it again. Just a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, just bear with me. If I can get it to select. Why is it
Never
not
see
select?
those people come back.
Come on. I don't know why. I can't select any of the tokens.
No, we did. They
Oh.
came back. They're the ones who gave Julie about this information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess I was too busy looking for coconuts.
Hard to keep your eyes off them. I
Damn it.
suppose.
Hey, fruit is fruit.
Right, I'm just going to have to do it this way.
Are they nuts?
Yeah. Get some oil. Yeah. Real nice. Nice.
Right, so you can see this now, yes? I'm just going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
vanish you all. So yes, you are presented with this image. You are actually coming out of the headland behind this shipwreck,
It's
and
on this side.
more like up here. This is the headland that you've crossed over.
Oh, okay. So we kind of see like from
Yeah.
the opposite
Yes.
angle. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, you see the shipwreck again. Now that you've got a clearer vision on it all, if you could all please roll another perception check. Willie, if you want, you can do not Willie, sorry, Curio, you can do your ship law thing.
All right.
So I'm just waiting on Curio there, aren't I? Okay. Okay, very good. Hector, I don't know. It's I think you're quite taken with the island, and you just the tropical vistas are just overwhelming you, and fundamentally unable to pick up any detail beyond that this is a nice place to be at present.
Yeah, maybe a bit more like rather than focus on the ship, because I see a ship and I'm just like whatever, right? Like I don't know too much about ships. Maybe I'm just kind of like trying to focus on like our immediate like area, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not so necessarily focused. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you're
Surrounded.
focusing on where you are, if there's any imminent danger, and you're sort of on guard, and you're dealing with that for the well-being of the group rather than taking this in. Okay, Willie, you notice something that you have seen before, although not in as good a condition. The beach and the crevices in this small bay on the other side of the headland are littered with broken barrels and parts of barrels. Julio, you're getting the same as that as well, and you're also making note that the ship has run right up against the back of the beach. It seems, from your experience as a pirate, it seems like this ship was wrecked in a storm. Potentially, it was caught in the same reef that you managed to escape. And finally, Curio, with you paying more attention to the ship than the area, you see that there is a large opening in the side of the ship. The ship has taken significant damage. There is a void on the treeward side of this wreck, and where the cargo appears to have spilt out and is currently, every time the tide comes in, it appears to be bringing more cargo out. There are even more barrels in that location. From your viewpoint as a craftsman, this ship is beyond salvage. It doesn't mean that there is nothing of worth in it, but this ship will never float again.
What's happened to you? I start taking a look over it.
Okay, well you are some distance away at this point, so you've all got to make the journey up to it. So are you collectively going to investigate this ship?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we came out here for.
Yeah, very good. So you make your way down off the headland. Are you approaching through the tree line? Are you going straight on the beach? How are you plan on making your way there? Basically, what I'm asking: are you trying to sneak up on the ship, or are you just out in the open?
Yeah, I think considering the state it's in, and that there's no obvious sign of like whatever crew that might have been on it, like trying to survive by staying near it or anything. I think then there's probably no fear or need to slowly make our way over. So I think we'd probably just I mean, that's how I view it.
Oh, and is everybody in agreement with that?
Yep.
Okay. You move your way down off the headland. It is quite a steep, rocky, sheer face, but there are plenty of handholds. It's you take a bit of care. You move down. You get onto the beach, which is while white sand. It's this is your wet sand. The tide obviously comes up here. It's much firmer, easier to walk on, and you move across it with good footing, getting closer to the ship. As you get closer,
Lost you, Chris.
huh? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Julio?
I think Beef's said something.
Yeah, Beef. think we've lost beef.
Ah, there we go. There you go.
Right, are you back with us? Julio! Julio! Is this Discord? Oh, we've got some typing.
I lost audio.
We're good now.
Oh, there. Yes, we can hear you now. Very good. Right. Okay. As you get closer to the ship, let me just check something out for a minute. Just gonna roll something. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Right, so as a group, you near the rear of the ship, and roll one more. Wait a minute. Let's have a marching order, please. Who's at the front of this group? You can. Let's say you're in a loose block of 2x2 because there's no space restriction. I just want to know who would be the two at the front and who would be the two at the back.
I think Hector would surely be at the front with somebody else.
Really would be at the front.
Okay, so it's Hector and Julio and Willie and Curio. Willie and Curio, do you agree with that? Being at the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably staying closer to Hector.
So right, okay. So yes, I've got Willie behind Hector. Is that fair? So we've got a square. If you're looking at it, I've got Hector sort of top left, Julio top right, Willie bottom left, Curio bottom right. So with the you're marching with Hector and Julio marching at the front towards the ship. Hector and Julio, please roll a perception check for me.
All right. Come on. Come on. Thank God. Dude, my perception bonus is not even that bad. The rolls have just been so fucked today.
Well, that's it's nice for you to experience it, Trill. Honestly.
Yeah, I love it. Though.
Julio, you make your way towards the ship, and it just seems like a dead beach ship to you. It's there's tattered sails still attached to the rigging. The ropes, there's snap ropes moving around with a slight breeze coming from the wind. There's some flapping noises from the loose sailcloth, but beyond that you're not picking anything up. You, on the other hand, Hector, as you approach the ship, you hear movement from inside. A crunch of sand sliding over wood, and a sort of wooden rattling noise as something seems like it is dislodged. And
Okay.
with that and the time, I think we'll call it a night.
Nice.
Okay? Right.
Good stuff, dude.
Right.
You learn from the best. Leave it on the cliffhanger.
Right, well, bear with me. I'm just going to mute Discord and
Alright.
mute Discord and sign out on the stream, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, why is that not working? Oh yes, it is. Okay, for anybody still watching us, thank you for joining us on the stream. things are picking up a little bit. The dice rolls have been a bit of a mixed bag for the party. Hopefully, we're going to start getting into the meat of this campaign. If anybody is picking this up after the stream, or anybody who's not familiar with Ekros, I encourage you to check out TrillTheDM's Twitch channel, where you can get links to the Ekros Discord, and come and have fun with us. We're a fairly friendly bunch. We just like to have fun and play a bit of D&D. Thank you very much, and I hope to catch you again. Goodbye.